Hi, this is Jennifer Woods, and I'm going to be going over the third chapter of Gibbon's book, Collaborating Group Work and Second Language Learning. So the advantages of collaborating group work is well-designed and well-run group work offers EL learners many opportunities for language development, and they have more chance to interact with other speakers, and therefore the amount of language they use is also increased. So they're forced to speak with the other students in the classroom. I'm going to be teaching math, which is less dependent on the English language. This week was actually my first week doing my observation hours, and it was great because the teacher who I'm observing is incredible. And she did two math activities, group collaborating math activities, that I was easily able to relate to this chapter. The first group activity she did is she put 4 times on the board. It was like a 9:30, a 10:30, 11:30, and a 12:30. And each student had to find a partner to write their name down for that appointment. And then when the teacher said, okay, everyone get with your 9:30 partner, she put a problem on the board, and with your appointment partner, you were working on the appointment together. So you're working through that problem with your partner. But then she'd say 10:30, and you go to a new partner and work with them. So it gave students the opportunity to move around, talk with one another, collaborate, and switch off partners. Maybe if one partner didn't understand, they could see another partner. The second activity that she had the students do was she had a hat, and every student picked out of the hat, and she'd have like different math problems. And if I pulled out a math problem, someone pulled out the same math problem as me, they would be my partner. And we'd work on the math problem together, and then we shared how we worked out that problem with a group of 7 or 8 other students on a whiteboard. So like we went step by step with my partner on how we solved it. So it was awesome because the students were able to work with their partners and then share with a group of students and can really discuss and talk out what they did. So for the English language learner, it gave them the opportunity to kind of rehearse what they're going to say to the class and work on their English. So when they got up there with their partner, they could share and kind of have good vocabulary in terms of what they were doing. So like it had mentioned in the book, especially in terms of the math curriculum, a well-designed curriculum has an outcome, a result such as solving a problem or the sharing of information, like the students did in both group activities in the class I observed, a rehearsal time, a time in the second group activity, a time to work with their partner before they present their problem, and the reporting back to the class about the solution. So I just thought it was great that I was able to relate this chapter of Gibbon's to what I observed in the classroom and making those connections with how I can provide great math activities for English language learners.